NC State got a necessary win versus Miami last night, and it was a good game. Solid performance by the NC State Wolfpack. Exciting. Let's not write the Disney movie about their season turnaround yet, right? But let's not be so reactionary. Let's not be so reactive is probably a better way to put that. Let's not be so reactive that one win is going to make us completely forget about the previous three. Right? Let's not be so reactive that one game where all the right buttons were pushed and all the right strings were pulled make us forget about the previous three games when a lot of the right strings were not pulled and a lot of the right buttons were not pressed. Now, there was a sense of urgency for that game, and we're going to play a clip for you here from Kevin Keatts, the head coach of NC State, after the game on the sense of urgency leading into that game. Dennis, do we have the Kevin Keatts clip we can line up here? Here's Kevin Keatts on the urgency. It's coming.
I just, look, we went on the road and we lost to two teams that is 21-1 at their place. Virginia hadn't lost in almost 2 years, and Syracuse has only lost one game. And you can't let that define you. In this league, anybody can beat you, and you have to have short-term memory, and you got to try to, as much as possible, to take care of home court advantage. And I thought we did. I thought we played desperate basketball like we had to have it. And I was proud to see that out of this bunch. This bunch in particular hadn't went through adversity. This is a new bunch. And I thought tonight we really handled it. We stepped up. We made plays. You could genuinely see guys happy for one another. DJ Burns didn't play a lot. I thought Mo and Ben came in, but you could see the excitement from DJ Burns to see those guys play well. And that we're growing. Even though I know we're 21 games in, when you got new guys, every opportunity is an opportunity for growth.
The right strings were pulled for that game against Miami by Kevin Keatts. He's right. DJ Burns played very few minutes. Keatts was not afraid of using a quick hook with him, and I think that might be the way to handle DJ.
We saw a real quick hook there late in the first half.
Yeah, go ahead. And Dennis sent me this text, which was a fantastic one.
So
actually, I might just read the text. I'm not even going to let you do it.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not going to let you do it in real time. This is the text I get from Dennis. DJ Burns enters at 4:17, so that's 4:17 left in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Burns enters at 4:17, commits foul, which leads to 3-point play. Burns checks out at 4:11.
Yep.
That's 6 seconds, 3 points allowed. Not the most efficient. But I also acknowledge DJ Burns can do a lot of good, right? We've seen him also be a spark plug. And I just think the more and more I watch him, the more and more I'm kind of fascinated by him. I think in the first minute of each of his shifts on the floor if he's got it or not. So just be willing to put him out there. Go, nope, all right, come back. We'll try again in 5 minutes, and then put him back out there. I think that's a decent way to handle DJ Burns, and it's kind of a weird way to do it, but I think it's necessary because a game like last night, quite a few times he just didn't have it. He played 13 minutes. That allowed more time for Diarra, who both of us are a big fan of, allows more times for Middlebrooks, and you get to go out there and do their thing while DJ, as you heard Coach say, was very supportive on the bench, which means he's not making it awkward. Michael O'Connell started. He was the guy running the show. Matter of fact, their rotation shrunk a ton. It was O'Connell, Taylor, Morsell, and Horn. And then that fifth spot was pretty much equally divided between Burns, Middlebrooks, and Diarra. That's not showing off your depth, which was the story for the first 20 games of the season for NC State, was they're deep. They have all these guys. They're deep. Last night, in a game that I considered the first of 3 consecutive must-win games, they rolled with a very short bench. That's interesting, and I think that's something they have to continue to explore moving forward. But you can't take a celebration lap after that win. Right? There's a reason why yesterday I didn't describe it as a must-win game. I described it as part 1 of a must-win stretch. Right? There's 3 games all at home. It was that one. It's Georgia Tech at home. It's Pitt at home. And by the way, Georgia Tech game, they're going to come in high as a kite after the UNC win. So maybe that just changed a little bit. But Like they have to continue playing with that urgency. Kevin Keatts in the post-game presser put the reporter Chip Alexander at the podium where the coach normally stands. Keatts sat in the reporter section. He asked a question about how great their three-point defense was to the reporter in a little role reversal game, which I like Coach Keatts showing his personality, right? He's somebody that is, some fans say he needs to endear himself to them more. It is what it is. But I think after that game, that win, I mean, it's head down. We're on to Georgia Tech. I don't know if that was the right time to have a good laugh with all of the reporters after 3 consecutive games that just were not very fun.
Hey, he's feeling good.
Feeling like after the last 2 wins that NC State has had, there was the one game, what is it now, 5 games ago, when they beat Wake Forest and Kevin Keatts was ejected in the first half. And in that post game, he was pounding the table and no one's going to say we're not tough ever again. And I'm tired of it. After this one, he's role reversing with the reporter, having a good time in the press conference. And in between, 3 really bad losses. It's you gotta ride the roller coaster and try to be steady, right? After wins, after losses, even keel. This is the first step towards possibly being brought back into the conversation of being an NCAA tournament team. That win last night was necessary. It was a big win, but it was the first step towards possibly being brought back into the conversation of an NCAA tournament team. The first step. I mean, unless you're like a 1-year-old, you don't celebrate first steps too openly. You celebrate completion. You celebrate when you finish the job, not necessarily when you start the job. And they just started the comeback towards being where they want to be in the ACC. But it was a big win. Credit to O'Connell for figuring some things out, getting over some early turnovers. Credit to DJ Horn for scoring a bit. Casey Morcell knocked down some big shots. He had a little streak there where he was on a run by himself. Like, there were good things for State. I just think you celebrate those in private.